party begin with a breakfast bash in the mall, only traditional Queensland food. Attention then shifted to the Expo site for the royal visit. Today's cabinet meeting deferred a day. Premier Ahern was on hand to welcome the couple for their potted tour of Queensland. The Duke and Duchess also experienced state treasures firsthand. Before the big moment, some grooming for Bluey Koala and a towel for the royal blouse, just in case the moment proved too much. The delighted Duchess was also a little apprehensive.
You do quite a little nasty bite, don't you?
At the Expo auditorium, the Duke performed official Queensland Day honours.
It gives me great pleasure now to unfurl Queensland's flag to mark the occasion of your 129th birthday.
A proud moment for Expo Chairman Sir Lou Edwards, last night named Queenslander of the Year. Homegrown entertainment which followed proved the Duchess in step with the times. After official duties, more pavilions and a chance to meet other Expo visitors.
I hope you enjoy your stay.
Very good. Thank you. All together!
A visit to the South Pacific Pavilion brought scenes reminiscent of British colonialism. The Duke and Duchess tonight returned for the Queensland Day Royal Expo concert and a view of the nightly fireworks from the Queensland Pavilion. One of the concert stars, American singer John Denver, decided some lunchtime practice was in order despite a reported head cold. Andrew Bonetto, National 9 News.
And that's our news for this Queensland Day Monday. Yarn event now with a current affair. Good night.
These generally seemed on a lower profile this year, the 129th anniversary of the declaration of this state. So why would banana vendors queue in the mall at 7 a.m? Why not? With early morning aroma strong enough to drag the soundest sleepyhead from warm bed, a freebie Queensland brekkie. A dozen Expo attendants turned waiters to hand out 3,000 snags and around 1,500 bacon rashers, eggs, pineapple slices and bread rolls. Upmarket around the corner, a business breakfast at the Sheraton, complete with Queensland fervour. It was the launch of a private enterprise campaign aimed at promoting pride and confidence in Queensland business, culture and sport. It'll be known as That's Right Queensland. A sentiment riding comfortably with the Queenslander of the Year, Expo Chief Sir Lou Edwards. Basking in the glow of undisputed Expo excellence and success, the World Fair's driving force was a humble recipient.
Well, it feels great. I'm very honoured by the award, and I think it's a great tribute to all of Expo, and I think that it should be the whole Expo team that could be claimed as Queenslanders of the Year this year.
And appropriately, the biggest Queensland Day celebrations were at Expo, where the guests of honour are the Duke and Duchess of Kent.
Queen Victoria created Queensland and chose the state's name, so it was fitting royalty was here again today to help celebrate. A special Australian greeted the Duchess, fulfilling what she says is every English person's dream. It was his first meeting with royalty, but True Blue, or Bluey for short, was quite taken with her, and she with him. That was after the Duchess was assured he wouldn't fight. Bluey even came complete with a towel in case of accidents. While the Duchess wished she could take him back with her, she had to be content with another version. Another Australian animal encouraged the crowd to give a traditional call. The technology in the Queensland Pavilion and Queenslanders themselves impressed the Duke.
We are deeply grateful and once again very touched by the sincerity and friendliness of our reception.
That reception includes a royal concert tonight, televised at 8:30 on Channel 7. But there was a sneak preview, enthusiastically received by the VIPs.
Us Expo freaks can do without, because most of us reckon we've got Expo licked, especially the way we get into the ice cream. The weather makes no difference to professional lickers, and age doesn't matter either. Neither does nationality. Ice cream is the great leveller. It can really be eaten elegantly and sometimes it completely takes over a liquor and can turn people into suckers if they're not careful. So when they ask you if Oz has a national food, forget pies and say yes to ice cream. So when people tell you that Expo is for suckers, maybe they've got its appeal licked. Make your trip to the fridge for a scoopful of ice cream real quick, because here comes a movie called Watch the Shadows Dance.
Felt during its official day at Expo. Steak and wine tastings, big brass bands and surfboat races were just some of the events cooked up from south of the border.
Wipe all smiles off your faces and look unhappy.
The trooper did his best to make them feel like convicts, but it seems threats just weren't enough. Earlier this morning, the New South Wales Cabinet had a taste of those convict days with a viewing of the $2.2 million pavilion. It features a reconstruction of Plymouth Dock in 1788, the port from which the first fleet set sail. Later at the official New South Wales ceremony, Premier Nick Greiner paid tribute to his state's exhibit and did his best to avoid
Canoeing.
matches against Queensland.
I'm not quite so sure, Salou, that I appreciated or even understood your comment about the state of origin. I think they'd actually happened this year.
Well, so maybe they did flunk out on the rugby field, but even Queenslanders would admit the New South Welsh can certainly hold their own in the surf.
From surf rescues to Ironman trials, the boys from Bondi to Manly tackled the Brisbane River, which incidentally didn't do a bad job kicking up some waves. Anne Snell at Expo for 7 News.
Almost a surf running there today. Sport time now. Here's Glenn.
This lady has been accused of taking the porridge off the captain's table. I think it's only fair that she stays in stocks until the end of Expo.
Yes! Hi, that's a bit tough. Anyhow, hello and welcome to this and possibly my last week at Expo. Now, you may well wonder why I'm rather tied up, but it's all part of celebrating New South Wales' special day. Now, it really is a lot of fun, believe me. And there were lots of other ways of enjoying yourself this week at Expo. This was the week we went back in history, back to our convict origins.
Are you enjoying your day now? No! No! And it is no! You can't be happy! You're all convicts!
Farewell to old England forever. Farewell to my old pals as well. Farewell to the well-known Old Bailey, where I once used to look such a swell, singing to
the foggy docks of Plymouth. That's where it all began for the convicts transported to the colony of New South Wales. And that's where it begins for the Pavilion of New South Wales as well. 200 years ago, this is how our convict forefathers bade farewell to England forever. But here in the New South Wales Pavilion, you too can feel like a convict bound for Botany Bay on a very realistic replica of the First Fleet's flagship, the Sirius. For their special day at Expo, the New South Wales government transported their convicts to Queensland.
No more. Standing around. Okay. Yeah, get up. Get up! You're not that bad! Get up! Get up! Look, we're on national television. Get up and give a smile. Okay, let's go!
They also transported Premier Nick Greiner and most of his cabinet to the north, where Mr Greiner admitted New South Wales had made a big mistake declining the opportunity of holding Expo.
So we should have hosted this one. We rejected the opportunity to make the bid before Brisbane was awarded the 88 Expo. And quite clearly there won't be another Expo in Australia for a long period of time, but around about the year 2000, given they happen every 2 years, it's certainly something that ought to be considered.
But there was no point in crying over missed opportunities. New South Wales was out to prove they could still put on a good show. They called on close to 100 surf lifesavers to show their stuff on the Brisbane River, where the wind had created familiar conditions.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. You know they don't have a chance. The boys will be boys. They're always telling me, hey boy, you can't do that. You've been a child too long. It's time for you to grow up. I put that on my scar. It didn't last that long. You're gonna have to take me like a...
Well, it's been a very tough day out battling on the Brisbane River with a boatload of bronze dossies, but I guess someone's got to do it.
Now says it'll be...
Can you see it? All the magic and the sights. Can't you feel it? When the stars are shining bright. It's something special. It's in the air. The pride of Brisbane is spreading everywhere. Now the world's here. We made the dream come true. And I will see it through. Now the world's here to shine for you. Join our party. It just takes your breath away. Join the parade. A world of faces every day. We took the challenge. We did it right. The pride of Brisbane is growing day and night. Now the world's here. We made the dream come true. And I will see it through. Now the world's here to shine for you.
But where do they go after the end of October? A major Expo re-employment campaign will be launched by the CES in a bid to solve that dilemma.
Doing everything from selling balloons to selling Expo itself, some 9,000 people have been able to find on-site work during the World Fair. Some 65% of them were unemployed before the big event. To make sure they don't drift back into the dole queues, the CES will next week launch a major Expo re-employment campaign. Heading it is Christine Sayer, who says it will focus on telling businesses about this valuable pool of talent and making sure much of it isn't lost.
It'd be a shame to lose the skills to our local industry in Brisbane or in Queensland because they do have a lot to offer, and I think that the employers should recognise that.
Already the CS has found 1,000 jobs, many in the hospitality industry, to be filled by Expo staff, and applications have been invited. They're optimistic, but so too are those now armed with new skills.
Good for public relations, that sort of thing, helps you deal with people.
It's such a good opportunity to meet people and get to know what it's like to be involved with people as well.
Yes, as the CES fills good opportunities for both Expo workers and businesses. Anna McMahon, 10 News.
And the Expo entertainment just keeps...
When our Aussie Olympians are going for gold, even Expo comes to a standstill. And there's only one place to be, and that's crowded around the nearest TV set here at the 10 Pavilion.
Roll on up, see Australian gold, the great gold from Seoul.
And roll on up they do from every corner of Expo, drawn by that Olympic aura. Today it's Debbie Flintoff-King. Now, there are some things that even Expo can't compete with, and the Olympics is definitely one. You see, when Australia's in with a real gold medal chance, there's absolutely no chance of getting near any TV anywhere on the Expo side.
Lennox-Dyer in front, Flintoff comes at her, doesn't quite, I don't think, 53.18. Let's get to that race. I'll see you at the next one.
Anna McMahon, 10 News.
Yes, that was a great moment, one you wouldn't miss. At Expo tomorrow, apart from watching the Olympic Games on our monitors here at the 10 Pavilion...
Now what I want you to do is look to your left, your right, behind you, in front of you. If you don't know that person, say g'day!
For 6 months, no queues, no jobs.
A lot of people, like contacts that